Hey everybody, it's Garrett over here at Corporate Fitness Works. I'm over here at the Aspiria Fitness Center, and today I will be teaching a Dirty 30 styled class. If you guys haven't joined me in one of these classes before, pretty much Dirty 30, all that's going to stand for is a HIIT formatted or HIIT style class, or high intensity interval training style class. For today's class, you guys, what the formatting is today is going to be a Tabata format. So if you haven't done that before, essentially what we're going to be doing is we're going to be performing 12 different movements for a short period of time, anywhere between 25 to 35 seconds per round, okay? After we do 25 to 35 seconds of work, we're going to have about 10 to 15 seconds in between each exercise to catch our breath real quick. But also we want to keep that time in between nice and minimal, just so that we're keeping those heart rates nice and elevated throughout, keeping that core body temperature nice and elevated throughout, and therefore we're going to maximize and be as efficient as possible with this workout, okay? So that's what's the benefit or the positives about these HIIT workouts is, you know, they're typically only 15 to 40 minutes or so nice and quick. But what we're doing is we're going as hard as possible, maxing out our effort, okay? And that's gonna be the benefits of the day, okay? So elevating those cardio levels just a bit, elevating that muscular endurance, okay? Gonna get a good sweat in, and it will be a nice total body workout. So we're gonna be getting upper body movements, lower body movements, core movements, and then lots of cardio throughout, okay? So that's just kind of the general breakdown of what we'll have today. I'll just go over our warm-up prior to the workout. I won't actually do it with you guys, but I'll go over each of the movements I want you to do. And I will leave that on our one-sheeter. So the picture, the thumbnail of today's video will be the workout. So you can just check out that warm-up, see how many reps I have for each. Go through that. Make sure you guys are statically stretched. Make sure you are dynamically warmed up as well prior to doing any type of HIIT workout or resistance strength-based workouts, just so you aren't going into it cold turkey, the body is warmed up, and you're ready to go, okay? So that's kind of just everything that we got today, you guys. Equipment that I will be utilizing today, first and foremost, it will pretty much just be a body weight workout, so minimal to no equipment, all right? That's another benefit for these HIIT workouts. But the equipment that I'll be utilizing is going to be this, first and foremost, this elevated step. If you guys have stairs, or if you do have just an elevated step, go ahead and get that. We'll be utilizing this for some quick step movements. We'll also be using this for a feet elevated hip bridge. And then other than that, it won't necessarily be utilized. Really just the quick step work is all we're utilizing it for. And then other than that, I will be utilizing a few different resistances for glute bands. So those thin glute bands, I got a couple of different resistances that I'm going to be using for those feet elevated hip bridges. We're going to start off our Tabata circuit with those. So if you want to include the glute band to that to add some resistance, you certainly can. If you don't, you want to just do body weight, that's completely fine as well, okay? Just kind of up to whether you would like to add resistance or not. Other than that, you guys, we will be doing a high plank alternating rows. So you can do this just body weight, elevating your hands up, alternating throughout. But if you guys would like to add some resistance, you guys can add some dumbbells and do alternating rows in that high plank position as well. Okay? So other than those few exercises that you might want to include weights for or use resistance, everything is just going to be body weight, like I've been saying. So nice and minimal workout, mat as well. Make sure you guys have a bottle of water, keep that nearby, stay hydrated. And that's what we got today, all right? So yeah, warm up today, you guys. We're gonna start off 30 jumping jacks, okay? Make sure you guys, obviously, I'm sure you've done these before, but make sure you guys are staying on the balls of our feet, that front part of the foot, okay? As you hop out, we're bringing those hands all the way up, okay? Making that semicircular motion, okay? Get 30 reps in, all right? Once you guys are finished with that, go ahead and let's get 10 to 12 puncher kicks, okay? So let's get that hammy, get that lower body a little bit more actively engaged. Keep that leg you're swinging up relatively straight, and then we're just touching opposite hand to that opposite foot, meeting in the middle. Like I said, get 10 to 12 puncher kicks in. Following that, go ahead and get 12 alternating world's greatest stretch in. All right, if you guys haven't done this stretch before, pretty much positioning for this is going to be a high plank position. Okay, here we're just going to alternate bringing same foot up to that same hand. Once you're in here, I want you guys to lean towards that leg that's up here. Okay, lean back, and then we're going to thoracically rotate, T-spine rotate into that front knee. Okay, bring the hand back. And then we're kicking that leg back to that starting position. Okay, that's gonna be 1 rep. Like I said, go ahead, knock out about 10 to 12 reps, alternate as you go. Yeah, really rotate into that. You're gonna get, like I said, that T-spine or that thoracic spine, kind of the top part of your vertebrae, nice and mobily stretched out, warmed up. Get 12 of those in. Once you guys finish that up, go ahead and knock out 5 inchworms. Okay, starting off nice and tall. Walk those hands out by the feet all the way to that high plank position. Once you're there, hold that for a second or two. Keep that core locked in. All right, once you've held it for a second or two, you can walk those hands back up to the feet. Keep those legs relatively straight, okay? You will get a stretch in those hammies. All right, and like I said, get 5 of those in, you guys. Once you're finished with that, okay, you can go ahead and we will get into that workout. All right, so while I'm going through each of these exercises, you guys can go ahead and start to get through that warm-up. Okay, if you finish before, that's awesome. You guys can pause, wait for me, or if you guys have a timer, you know the movements, you guys can actually just do this on your own. Go ahead, get after it. Like I said, you guys, Tabata format, 12 exercises, 3 rounds. Round 1 we'll be doing 35 seconds for each exercise. Round 2 we'll do 30. Round 3 we'll do 25. So descending format. Rest time will stay pretty consistent in that 10 to 15 second time, like I said. And that's kind of what we have. All right. So start off, you guys. First exercise we're gonna do for the Tabata workout is a feet elevated hip bridge. Okay. Like I said, you can add a glute band if you want added resistance. If not, that's totally fine. Okay. Starting position, you guys, feet are going to be on that elevated step. So if you have a step, if you have stairs, use those. Okay. Basically, we're doing this feet elevated position just so you can get a little deeper or added range of motion as we drop down. Okay. So like I said, you guys, feet up on that step, drop that pelvis down. Once you get that pelvic area down by the ground, we're pressing through the heels, squeezing the glutes. Okay? Second exercise, you're gonna flip it on over. Okay, you're gonna hit the chest and the core with alternating plank shoulder tap into a push-up. Okay? For that exercise, you guys, you can do it from the ground, okay, or you can do it modified version, hands up on a step or in an inclined position. Also, if you guys need to, you can drop to your knees. Try to just drop to your knees for that push-up, okay? If you can, stay up in that high plank position for the shoulder taps, okay, to focus on that core. But like I said, if not, you guys, that's fine. Drop to your knees, okay? Make sure when you're doing that push-up that you're pressing through that chest, okay? Not letting those elbows flare out on you, okay? As soon as you start flaring out, that's gonna, your shoulder is gonna overcompensate, okay? So rather than pressing through the chest or the triceps, you're gonna be pressing through that front part of the shoulder, which we are not trying to accomplish, okay? Third exercise, we are going to stand it on up, okay? This is going to be a nice body weight hit movement, okay, called Predator Jacks. All right, so if you guys have seen the movie Predator, this is kind of where this is coming from. Starting position for this, you guys, we're having those arms nice and extended out in front. Feet about a little less than shoulder width, about a narrow stance here, okay? For this exercise, you guys, we're gonna hop those feet out into a wide stance position, okay? Toes out 45 degrees. And as we hop out, those arms are also coming out from this closed position to this open position, and simultaneously we're gonna sink down into a kind of a sumo stance squat. Okay, so starting position here, hopping out, sinking down, final position, popping back up. Okay, for that exercise, you guys, stay on the balls of your feet, stay nice and bouncy. All right, sink down as low as you can go. If you guys need to take your time, take a second in between each of those predator jacks, that's totally fine. Okay, go all out though, obviously, as I've been saying, go full time, but go at your own pace. If you start getting fatigued, exhausted, okay, if you start cramping up in those adductors, make sure you're taking that time, catching your breath, then getting back after it, okay? Fourth movement we will have is going to be, what does that say? Oh, I apologize. Fourth movement here, you guys, we're gonna be doing a core exercise, okay? We're gonna be doing an ankle on knee. So ankle on that opposite knee, crossbody sit up, okay? We're gonna go opposite knee to that, or I'm sorry, opposite elbow to that opposite knee, okay? For this, you guys, make sure you're not pulling on that head, bringing it forward to that knee. Make sure you guys have just a slight grab on the head, okay? Don't pull on it, all right? You really should just be pulling or contracting with that core. Okay, make sure on that, you guys, we're getting that upper back off the ground. Okay, at the halfway point, make sure you're switching sides, switching which ankle is on that opposite knee and hitting that opposite side. Okay, fifth movement we are going to have are going to be involving the step once more. Okay, we're going to be doing forward quick steps. Okay, for these forward quick steps, obviously, we're going to be perpendicular with your bench, okay? The quick feet movement we're going to do is going to be a 2 foot on, 2 foot off sequence, okay? For this, you guys, make sure we're using those arms, okay? Initiate or help initiate the movement by going cheek to cheek like you would when you're running, okay? So replicate that upper body movement throughout, okay? That's also going to help speed up those feet, thereby helping you get a better workout, okay? So make sure you guys are using those arms. Like I said, 2 on, 2 off, okay? Go up on that bench. Make sure that you're staying on the balls of your feet. And at that halfway point, make sure we're switching which foot we're leading up with, okay? So if you're leading with that left foot for that first half of the time, make sure once you hit that halfway point, we're switching, leading with that right foot. All right. Sixth exercise, we're going to be on the ground in the tabletop table position. We're going to be doing alternating fire hydrants, so abducting into donkey kicks, so floating that heel back. Right, this is going to be a nice glute strengthening exercise. Like I said, you guys, let's go ahead and just stick to one leg for half the time. Okay, so half the time hitting that right leg, opening up, kicking back. And then for that other half of the time, you're hitting that other side, okay? Same thing for the feet elevated hip bridges. You can add that glute band if you want some added resistance. If not, that's totally fine. Just go ahead and do body weight. All right. Seventh movement we're gonna do, you guys, is gonna be that high plank position, alternating rows, okay? So if you want to use added resistance, add weights. If you guys don't, you can just keep it body weight, okay? Keep that core engaged, keep that butt low, row those hands up, okay, alternating throughout. Eighth exercise, you guys, we're gonna be on our back. Once again, another core exercise, okay? On our back, feet elevated off the ground, and we're gonna be doing flutter kicks, okay? So really overemphasize those kicks if you can. Focus on keeping those legs straight throughout, okay? If you guys start to feel those hip flexors tightening up and you feel like you can't do any more flutter kicks, that's totally fine. Just make sure we're trying to keep those legs off the ground, even if you're just doing a 6-inch hold, okay? Focus on keeping the legs off the ground if you can. Flutter kick it, okay? And if it's too easy, like I said, really overemphasize those kicks and you're gonna get those hip flexors firing. All right, ninth exercise, we're gonna stand it back up, okay? Do another form of those Quick steps, this time being lateral or side to side quick steps. Okay? Once again, you guys, we're gonna go 2 on that bench, 2 off. Okay? This time, instead of being perpendicular with the bench, you're gonna be parallel with that bench. All right? Throughout, you guys, while we're doing that 2 on, 2 off sequence, make sure that you guys are still keeping that upper body or those arms moving throughout. Okay, obviously going side to side, you don't necessarily feel like you need to go cheek to cheek because you're not going with that forward or backwards motion, but we still want to keep that upper body engaged, still want to keep that movement, that momentum. So make sure you guys are still keeping that upper body going just a little bit, okay? All right, and then also throughout, you guys, make sure you're keeping that core nice and tight, okay? Once you guys get up on those steps, you might want to feel those hips opening up. Stay strong, stay parallel, don't cross those hips over at all, okay? Don't cross the feet over as well. 10th exercise is going to be another lower body strengthening exercise. We're going to be doing a alternating front lunge into a side lunge, okay? Just like with the fire hydrants, into donkey kicks, stay with one side, okay, for half the time. Once we hear that halfway mark, switch legs, okay, same thing, big step out, big step to the side, all right? 11th exercise, gonna be another core exercise. We're on the ground, either doing plank jacks or mountain climbers. And then this final exercise we're gonna be doing, you guys, 2 options, okay? Either quick hops, okay, 2 feet together on that step, or single foot hops, or, so I guess 3 options, I'm sorry, or we have feet switches, okay? So, obviously hops, pretty straightforward, okay, if you're doing 2 feet, all right, make sure you can clear that step, all right, same thing, single foot, make sure you guys can clear that step, hop it up, okay? And then those feet switches, all right, that's just gonna be 1 foot on that step, 1 foot off, and then we're just alternating, using those arms to create that momentum, to create that movement, okay? Like I've been saying to you guys, with any of that quick step work, really try to make sure we're using those arms as much as possible, okay? Keep the upper body engaged just as much as that lower body, okay? That is what we got for today's workout, you guys. Yeah, that's what we got, you guys. Hopefully, you guys are ready to go. I know I just talked your ears off. If you guys want, you can skip through to get to this point if you don't want to listen to me spiel. But that's what we got today, you guys. Round 1, like I said, 35 seconds on. We're gonna have 15 seconds off here for round 1. Ooh, we got some chill music here. Alrighty, guys. Over the intercom here, we're gonna have the timer going. Like I said, it'll give you a 3, 2, 1 when we're beginning. Okay, then it will give us a ding halfway. If you need to switch with feet, upper body, whatever it is, switch halfway, okay? And then it'll give a 3, 2, 1 when we are done, okay? Once we're done, like I said, 15 seconds off in between, and then it'll start it back up for the second movement, okay? That's what we got here, you guys. Round 1, 35 and 15. We got those feet elevated hip bridges to start, so you guys can go ahead and add a band before we get going here, if you want. If not, you guys can just keep it body weight. Alright guys, 10 seconds till we begin. Let's get after it today. Drop those hips down, press through the heels. Alright, let's get it, guys. Go full time, go all out. Flip it on over, you guys. Next up, plank shoulder taps into that push-up. Tap, tap, and then a push-up. Let's go. those predator jacks. All right, start off, hands out in front, hop out those arms, sink down to that deep squat. All right, let's get it. Alright guys, next up, ankle on knee, crossbody sit-ups. Switch halfway. Make sure you guys are getting that upper back off the ground. Switch. All right. Next up, guys, got those forward quick steps. 2 on, 2 off. Make sure we're using those arms. 5 seconds. Get it, guys. Make sure you're switching that lead foot halfway. Switch that lead foot. Next up, guys, alternating fire hydrant to donkey kicks.
Let's go.
Switch legs here. Alrighty, next up, guys, high plank alternating rows. Use weight or stay body weight. Let's get it. Keep that core engaged throughout. Keep that butt low.
Halfway there.
Alright guys, next up, flutter kicks. Lay on your back here. Alright, let's get it. Alrighty, Next up, guys, lateral quick steps. Chew on, chew off. Keep those arms moving. Let's get it, guys. Keep those hips parallel here as well. Stand the balls of our feet here. Try to keep that center of gravity relatively in the middle of that bench. Okay, try not to let your body go outside of your hips here.
Halfway there.
All right, keep everything nice underneath you. Let's go, let's go.
Rest.
Woo. All right, next up, guys, forward lunge into that side lunge. Let's go. Big step out, big step to that side. Good, switch legs here. Good. All right, guys, next up, plank jacks or mountain climbers. That's forward. 2, 1, let's go.
Halfway there. Rest.
Alrighty, guys. Last thing we got, either hops, 2 feet, or single, or feet switches. Okay? Last thing we got for round 1. Let's get it. Let's go, guys. Last 35. Let's go. Let's go.
Halfway there. Well done.
Woo! Nice. Alrighty, guys. We're gonna take a quick 45 seconds off, okay? So at this time, please be sure to hydrate, catch your breath, okay? Even if you need to catch your breath a little bit longer than the 45, pause, wait till you're ready. Round 2 here, we're dropping to 30 seconds on, rest time dropping to 12 seconds off. Okay, so now that we know kind of what exercise we're doing, all right, we're gonna shorten that rest time just a little bit, thereby increasing those cardio levels, keeping that heart rate nice and elevated, accomplishing what we want, all right? Let's get it here, you guys. Still got about 20 seconds here left on that rest. Get water, get ready. Feet elevated, hip bridges to start. Alrighty, guys. Got some trippy music here today. Some copyright music. Woo! Alrighty, guys. 30 seconds on, 12 seconds off. 8 minutes, a little over 8 minutes of active work here. Get that band on if you want some resistance. Add a weight if you want resistance. Let's get it here, guys. 10 seconds. Round 2, let's get it. Let's get it. Feet elevated, hip bridges start. Let's get it. Flip it on over, you guys. Next up, shoulder tap into push-ups.
Let's go.
Let's get it.
Halfway there. Yes.
All right, next up, guys, we got predator jacks. All right, pop those arms out, pop the feet out, sink down.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Halfway there. Rest.
All right, guys. Next up, ankle on knee, crossbody sit-ups.
Let's go.
Stuck in this odyssey, watching time ticking back at me. We've got lost in this galaxy, on a cloud where all hearts are free.
Halfway there.
Switch legs here.
Stuck in this odyssey, watching time ticking back at me. We've got lost in this galaxy, on a cloud where all hearts
Rest.
are free.
All right.
Stuck in this
Next up, forward quick steps. 2 on, 2 off. Use those arms.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Switch that lead foot halfway.
Halfway there.
Halfway switch. All right. Next up, alternating fire hydrant, donkey kick.
Let's go. Halfway there.
Switch legs.
Rest.
Alrighty. Next up, high plank, alternating rows. Let's go.
Halfway there.
want you off, use those arms.
Let's go. Halfway there. Rest.
All right, next up, forward lunge into a side lunge.
Let's
Let's
go.
go.
Halfway there.
Switch legs.
Rest.
All right. Next up, plank jacks or mountain climbers. Let's get it.
Rest.
All right. Last one we got, guys. Hops, both either single or feet switches.
Left.
Let's get it. Last round. Let's go.
Halfway there. Well done.
Woo. All right, guys. Once again, we're gonna take about 45 seconds off here. Okay, so if you need water real quick, grab it. All right, final round coming up, round 3. Going 25 seconds on, okay? 10 seconds off, all right? We're speeding it up just a little bit more in between, okay? Minimal rest, attack it, 25 seconds, that's nothing, you guys can do it. Okay, rest, get ready, get mentally focused for that next exercise, okay? 12 left, we can do it. Feet elevated, hip bridges to start. 20 seconds, you guys, get that water, get ready. Alrighty, guys, 25 on, 10 off. We got this for about 7 minutes of work here, all right? Last 7 minutes of the day. Get that man. Feet elevated, hip bridges. We got 10 seconds till we begin. All right, let's get it here. Last round, best round. Let's get it, guys. Last round, let's go.
Halfway there. Rest.
Nice. All right, you guys, go ahead. Stand it up. I'm sorry, flip it over. Plank shoulder taps into push-ups up next.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Halfway there. Rest.
All right, stand it up. Predator jacks up next. ankle on knee, crossbody sit-ups.
Let's go. Halfway there.
Switch feet.
Rest.
All right, go ahead, stand it up. Next up, forward quick steps.
Let's go.
Let's go. Switch lead foot halfway. Use those arms, let's go.
Halfway there.
Switch lead foot.
Rest.
All right. Next up, alternating fire hydrant to donkey kick.
Let's go. Halfway there. Rest.
All right. Next up, got our high plank alternating rows.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Halfway there. Rest.
All right, flip it over. Flutter kicks up next.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Halfway there. Rest.
All right, stand it up. Next up, lateral quick steps. Let's go. Use those arms.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Halfway there. Rest.
All right, next up, forward lunge into that side lunge.
Let's go. Halfway
Switch
there.
legs here.
Rest.
All right. Next up, plank jacks or mountain climbers.
Let's go. Halfway there. Rest.
All right, guys, last we got hops or feet switches. Let's go, you guys, 25 seconds.
Last round.
Let's go, last round. Earn it.
Halfway there.
talking about, you guys. Woo! Alrighty. Way to finish, you guys. Way to go all out. All right, hopefully you guys got a good sweat in today. All right, hopefully you guys enjoyed class. If you did, you already know we appreciate it if you like, comment. Even if you didn't like the class, let us know what you do want to see going forward. We always appreciate the feedback. But like I said, you guys, hope you guys are staying safe. Hope you guys are staying healthy. All right, make sure we're staying hydrated. Make sure we get proper supplements, nutrients, whatever you need. Get that nutritional component after the fact as well. Good stuff today, guys. I appreciate you. Until next time, you guys, we'll see you in the next video.